And we met Fred Warner this week. Yo, oh, City, I knew we were gonna win because we beat Fred Warner. I thought it was gonna be a harder game than this. But let me say this: Bryce Young is not. He's just not ready for prime time. He proved it tonight. The lights were too bright. I remember I tweeted it. Oh, look at Brock Purdy. He's not ready, y'all. You don't know. Read the real Raj. Fucking second interception. I said. I told you what I said. He's not ready for prime time. I don't care. Brock Purdy was doing his thing, but Bryce Young was selling the game. 3 interceptions the Niners had in the first half, and we win the game. Carolina, if they had a decent quarterback, if Bryce Young was ready for prime time, he would have put up a couple points. The Niners deep, bro. Give Robert Saleh the keys to the city. Oh, my God. Give Robert Saleh the keys to the city. Keys to the city. Listen, we won this game. It was a terrible game by Brock Purdy. No, 100%. We're not even going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to say, well, he did. I will give him this. He kept down slinging it. Second half, he was aggressive. I was like, damn, he's still throwing the ball. Despite the 3 picks, he was aggressive. And that's his mentality. He said after the game, it's my mentality. I was upset, but I'm an aggressive quarterback. So I got to respect him for that. He kept on going, bro. And everybody's in the stands. People are chanting Mac Jones. Get this man in there. Brock, he still got a lot to prove. I mean, he said it wasn't because of his toe. He says it's not because of the toe. But I'll tell you, man, the Niners winning this game, that was the defense. Look, everybody thought the offense was going to be the reason why they won, right? Everybody was saying, oh, the defense is terrible. Defense was so good. Jair Brown, legacy game, 2 interceptions. Yo, shout out to Jair Brown. They benched this guy. He came back. He started again. That's tough. That's tough to do. You got to give that man a lot of credit. You got to give Jair Brown a lot of credit, man. 100%. And then you know what? Who we got to talk about? This man, Christian McCaffrey. I got to take the jacket off. A little hot now. But Christian McCaffrey, holy 31 times. Bro, touched the ball 31 times. I thought he was going to get 100. I'm sitting there with my boy, fake Kyle Shanahan. We're watching the game. And I'm like, he's on pace for like 100 touches. 31. That's still mind-blowing. This man touched the ball over 100 yards again. Touched it. This man, Christian McCaffrey, leads the NFL in receptions. Christian McCaffrey has more receptions than JSN, Puka, Trey McBride. Bro, this man leads the NFL in receptions. Oh, my God. All the way from New York, my man Ron Peasy, shout out. Oh, bro, Samo, and we'll talk about that later. I need to tell you about Christian McCaffrey. This man put the team on his back. Oh, my God. Every single week, it's the Christian McCaffrey show. I don't know how he does it. He's, last year, the injuries were piling up. People said he's washed, this, that. This man is carrying this Niners offense. It's insane. Against his former team, you knew he wanted to get the juice tonight. You knew he wanted to go out there and do his thing. And he did it, man. So shout out to him. Juwan Jennings, touchdown. The touchdown he had, oh, my God. I don't know how he scored that touchdown, but he, ran through the defender. He was about to get tackled, and then, boom, he got the touch. That's a tough dude. He played pretty good today. And then Trevon Moehrig hit him in the nuts. Hit him in the nuts. How you going to hit a grown man in the nuts? And then afterwards, I posted on my Instagram, Trevon Moehrig met with the media at his locker room. He didn't go to presser or anything. And he said, hey, man, he was talking crazy to me. He said, Juwan Jennings was talking crazy to me. He said he was talking crazy to me. This man, Trevon Moehrig was mad because Juwan Jennings was trash talking. What are you supposed to do? You are soft. And he says, Juwan was pushing me in the back, pushing me. He's a receiver. You're a defensive back. You're going to jaw with each other. You're going to push each other and be jockeying for position. This man is so soft, like doo-doo sauce. This man is so soft. Trevon Moehrig soft. Hit the man in the nuts. I don't blame Jennings for crashing out on him. Should have whooped his ass. But I like what Kyle Shanahan says. He says, look, got a lot of respect. I'm proud of Jennings for not going after the guy in the middle, during the game when it happened. He says, I'm proud of him. Wait till after the game. And then Juwan Jennings says, hey, just don't, good night. Don't get hit in the nuts. Don't get hit in the nuts. That's hurt. Come on, man. That's low of the lowest. That's a low blow. Literally a low blow. Hitting the man straight in the nutsack. Come on, bro. What are we, 10? What are we, in high school? Come on, man. Juwan Jennings ate him up. Trevon Moehrig couldn't handle the trash talk, bro. Oh, my God. He couldn't handle the trash talk. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? It's so crazy. Oh, man. My man Shane Patel on YouTube says, Ricky ain't a one. Ricky Pearsall is kind of struggling to get back in form. He had like one catch last week. What do you have? 6 yards this week. He's not looking good out there. Not looking good out there. But you got to realize he has missed a lot of time. He missed what, like 6, 7. He missed a lot of games. I'm not gonna give him any excuses, but he has definitely looked rusty. He was open on a few plays. Brock was forcing it. He couldn't get him the ball. But I don't know. Juwan Jennings looked good, right? George Kittle looked fantastic when they were giving him the ball. Ricky Pearsall, he's definitely struggled these last 2 games. I mean, maybe he's rusty. I don't know what the case is. Hopefully he can break out. But to say he's not a 1 right now, I don't disagree. I don't disagree on that. So we'll see. Maybe, I mean, it's still early. He was really balling before the injuries. He was actually tearing it up before the injuries. And then he came, but he just hasn't been the same. So they got to get him the ball. But at the end of the day, you got Christian McCaffrey, who's just carrying this team. And you got George Kittle, who's man. George Kittle he could have had a bigger game. He was open so many times over the middle. But, Brock, he threw those picks. Brock was making hero ball. I was a little worried. I was like, oh, man, if Carolina could capitalize on those interceptions, I was worried. But Niners defense, man, Jair Brown, there was a big play a couple times from like Cleveland Farrell with the sack. Gamlin Orr, I felt, played pretty good in this game. The Niners were playing great defense, man. They held them. The interception on the goal line was crazy by Jair Brown. But overall, man, Robert Saleh, I don't know. This man's got a patchwork defense. Every week, another injury. They didn't have Tatum Bethune. You had Curtis Robinson playing the mic today. And, bro, they did what they had to do. They were cooking, man. You got Tetrell and McMillan. You got You got T-Mac out there. He was kind of a non-factor. You got Rico Dowdle. He was a non-factor. And Bryce Young looked horrible. Like I said, the lights were too bright for him. And people were crying about when I tweeted, oh, God, Bryce Young was not ready for prime time tonight. This is what I said all week. I said, this is the biggest game of Bryce Young's career. This was the biggest game of Bryce Young's entire NFL career. Maybe not in college, but NFL is bigger in college. So this was the biggest game of Bryce Young's career. This was a playoff game. Shout out to the faithful. Niner fans were rocking. Levi's was crazy tonight. It was a great atmosphere. It was loud out there, and Bryce Young just couldn't handle it. He was rattled. Niners defense, bro. Robert Saleh, he needs to win some type of award this year. Man's a dog. ET says, what a bittersweet victory today with how bad Brock was in the first half. I mean, yeah, it was a weird first half. What the hell happened to him? But, at the end of the day, you win. And it's like, how the fuck Niners keep winning despite these issues, right? Brock Purdy throwing tons of picks. We got defensive injuries every week, but we find a way to win. So, battle-tested. The Niners are battle-tested, man. And that's one thing a lot of these teams that are in the playoff hunt, they don't have. They don't have that adversity like the Niners. I'm sure every team has, a few issues, and they have adversity, but not as extreme as the Niners, man. We have the most adversity, I feel like, in the league. So next week's going to be a tough one. I know everybody's looking at the record. What do you mean, Browns? Myles Garrett, bro. That man is unbelievable. He's on pace to beat the NFL record in sacks. And he's like 5 sacks in 6 games or something like that. Guys, I'm worried about Myles Garrett. I know a lot of people are like, Shador. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. He's a young quarterback. It might be lights too bright for him too. But on the road, cold weather in Cleveland against Myles Garrett, I am worried about Myles Garrett. But we're not here to talk about Cleveland yet. I just saw the comment. I wanted to make a comment on that. But overall, man, just a great win tonight. Monday Night Football. The 49ers now have I think they're tied for the most Monday Night Football wins. But defense played good. The offense can't play like this against a good defensive team moving forward. Cleveland, and we got other team like the Colts in the playoffs. What if we play Seattle? What if we play the Rams? Whatever the case is, we got to play Seattle at the end of the season. You can't throw the ball over. Like, you can't just Brock Purdy, you can't do it. They lived to see another day. They won. They figured it out. Second half made adjustments. But those were terrible decisions by Brock. They're really bad. But Kyle says they were good decisions. I don't know, man. I think he was just, living on a prayer sometimes. He was Bon Jovi-ing it. He was acting like Bon Jovi, living on a prayer. That's just Brock, man. He takes chances. He's a gunslinger. He's going to throw it up Sometimes he forces it instead of taking the easier pass. But again, you live to see another day. You win. Now, had the Niners lost this game, 100% would have been because of those interceptions. But the 49ers found a way to win this game because of that defense, man. Unreal. OB says, did I see JJ was hitting balls? Yeah, I posted it on my page. It was crazy. Trevon Moehrig's a clown. And then, like I said, I posted a video of what Trevon said. He says that Juwan was just talking crazy all game. But can't handle the track. That's football, man. Can't handle it. So, unbelievable. Drip says Brown had a breakout game. He really did. Saha said, was it cold out there? I mean, no, I was pretty comfortable. I had my jacket. I mean, I was layered up. I had my jacket. I live in San Jose, so I live out here. It doesn't really get cold out here sometimes, but in a game time like that, when you're hyped up, you got some beer, you got some food, everything's going crazy. It didn't really feel cold out there. I felt pretty comfortable tonight. Where was KB? He saw his post. He said I was riding the bench, but the energy's still good. So, Exo says it was cold as hell. I felt great. I'm from Vegas, so this was great weather for me. Vegas is hot, man. This was great. Raj born for this, Why was KB benched? It's not like he was benched. He's just in the sense of he's not wide receiver 1. He's not Ricky Pearsall. He's not wide receiver 2. Juwan Jennings. He's not wide receiver 3. DeMarcus Robinson. He's like wide receiver 4. I mean, he was there. He got a few blocks in the game, but he's not one of your top receivers. You got George Kittle, so he's the odd man out. He needs his 18 yards, bro. Kendrick Bourne needs his 18 yards. What about the 3-point convert? Bro, I can't believe that typo. I had to take that play down. I was, it's tough posting all the stuff, watching the plays. Sometimes your boy makes typos, but I said 3-point conversion. I caught it late, and I'm like, I had to delete that post. Trent versus Myles Garrett next week's going to be a movie, yeah. The pick in the end zone, Brock definitely could have ran for first, yeah. Oh, God. It was like parted like the Red Sea. That interception we threw in the red zone, 100%. What's what we were saying. I mean, it parted. He could, and he stepped up. He was running up, and he decided to take a pass. I was like, what are you doing? He could have just ran he could have ran for a touchdown. Yeah. So, what jersey am I wearing? We got the Christian McCaffrey bag. If you didn't wear Christian McCaffrey to this game today, that's crazy to me. You had to. This was the Christian McCaffrey legacy game, the revenge game. I mean, yeah, you could support your boys, wear whatever. But if you like had to ask someone what jersey you gonna wear today, and it wasn't Christian McCaffrey, that's crazy to me. This was the CMC game, man. First game against the Panthers in his career since he was traded to the Niners, and he did not disappoint, man. 31 touches. This guy's unbelievable. Leads the NFL in reception. Like, it is actually mind-blowing. It's actually mind-blowing. It's actually mind-blowing that Christian McCaffrey leads the NFL in receptions. I cannot wrap my head around that. I actually can't wrap my head around that because you have JSN, you have Puka, you have all these great wide receivers. Like, this, like the era of the airing it out wide receivers, the crazy wide receivers that are in the league. There's so many good ones. And tight ends, right? They get high volume catches. And Christian McCaffrey's leading the league in receptions. Fucking dog, bro. Unbelievable. How do I like our playoff chances after today? I like them a lot. I think we definitely make the playoffs after today. You talk about playoffs? 8-4 feels good, man. It's a lot better than 7-5 in this crowded NFC. Let's talk about Jair Brown, shall we? This was the game of his life, bro. This was Jair Brown's greatest game of his career, man. Shout out to Jair Brown, man. He really stepped up. Got a lot of respect for him. He clutched today, man. That was huge. The Niners defense needed it. The interception in the end zone, that first interception he had, that turned the game around. That right there was the momentum shifter. After that, Bryce Young was so shook, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do after that. After that play, Bryce Young was done, bro. Bryce Young was done after Jair Brown got that first interception. He couldn't do anything after that. He was so rattled. Shout out to Jair Brown, man. Absolutely fantastic game for him. That was crazy. The second one was PI. Yeah, I saw someone post a picture on Twitter, and they were like, "Yo, you should." But hey, man, sometimes that's the break. Sometimes you don't get stuff called your way. It's unfortunate. How many times have we lost games or messed up, had bad plays because I mean, it is what it is. Um, Brock will study the tape and be better next game. I hope so, right? But hey, man, again, second half he settled in. For Brock to not throw an interception second half was big. That was big. I think that's a confidence booster. But I will say this. I will say this. I think the reason why Brock didn't throw an interception in that second half, J.C. Horn was out. That man was. J.C. Horn was like his best receiver. That guy, I love J.C. Horn. That was one of my draft crushes a couple years back. I remember I was like, I want J.C. Horn so bad. I wanted this man so bad on the Niners. And of course, he came out and had a legacy game when he left the game because of concussion. That was huge. When he left the game, I was like, oh my God, sigh of relief. I don't think we're throwing a pick after that. He was reading Brock like a book, man. Yeah, his father was good. It was good. Am I pulling up to Survivor Series? No, I'm not gonna pull up, but I'll be watching it. Do I think Mac should come back? No, I don't think Mac. You don't want to create any issues. You don't want to create a controversy. I think Kyle Shanahan handled it well tonight when he says he didn't even think about pulling Brock. You let the starter go. You let him. I mean, there's been other players that shit the bed. Look at Josh Allen the other day. Josh Allen absolutely crap. He's been pretty bad the last couple weeks. They're not going to take him out. I mean, they don't have a Mac Jones for a backup, but there's no reason to take Brock out right now. If he has another bad game, then we have that conversation. But the Niners still won despite it. He settled in the second half. I mean, Mac has played great. So we know if Mac Jones can, if we know Brock has to leave the game, we know Mac's going to do what he has to do. But I don't think you pull him out yet. He's the ace in the hole. If Brock starts selling games in the next couple of weeks, you might need to have that conversation. He didn't sell this game. He settled into the second half. He said the toe didn't bother him tonight. If I'm him, I would have blamed it on the toe. I would have said, oh, my toe, I wasn't feeling 100%. I was throwing off the foot, and it just didn't feel good. But then they would have had to say he's questionable. Then it would have been another story. But for me, I'm not going to admit that I was just trash. I'm going to say, oh, yeah, it was my toe. But that's just me. Let's see. Are we going to lose Saleh? I hope not, man. I love Robert Saleh. He's. I don't think anybody else as defensive coordinator. I don't think any other defensive coordinator would be able to do what he's doing, bro. I don't think so. Lucas says, "Thank God we got an easy schedule." I wouldn't say it's an easy schedule. Everybody says that, but schedule turned out to be really good or really tough because we have Carolina they're not a dog shit team. They're fighting for a playoff spot. You got the Colts. You got the Bears coming up. You got the Seahawks. You played the Rams twice, obviously because it's division. But we got some tough opponents, man. I'm not going to sit here and say we had, an easy schedule. I mean, yes, we got the Titans coming up. Yes, Cleveland. Cleveland's going to be tougher than you think. I feel like this was not an easy schedule. I mean, it looked easy on paper when we started the season, but teams get better, right? Imagine if we played the Patriots. Beginning of the season, we're probably like, it's an easy win. Now, if we were to play the Patriots, it's not an easy win. So. Colts, Rams, Seahawks. Yeah. What Saleh is doing now is proving that Sorensen was a terrible DC. Absolutely, Miguel. Robert Saleh is running circles around what Nick Sorensen did last year. Oh, my God. Yeah, I love Robert Saleh, man. He's so good. How do I feel about them turnovers? I mean, that's not good. I don't want turnovers every week. I'm glad that the Niners were able to win today, right? I'm so glad they were able to win despite the turn. Like, this was actually crazy for me to watch a game. Obviously in person, I was at the game to see a game, and I felt like we still had control, even though we were throwing picks. Still had control of the game. Like I've never seen anything like it was a weird game. Niners, I never felt threatened by the Panthers, despite throwing all those picks. I was like you win it if you lose the turnover battle. You usually don't win the game. It wasn't the case today. Again, Niners defense, Robert Saleh. Like I was locked in. Like that guy was locked in. I was hyped for him. Christian McCaffrey, absolute dog. This team was good, man. Juwan Jennings played good. Jair Brown, team was fantastic today. So I honestly feel that this game was in control by the 49ers target, which is weird. It's weird to say that because you throw 3 picks and you're like people were stressed today. Oh, fucking Brock. I was like, oh, whatever. Defense is gonna hold it. I honestly was like, I mean, I wasn't happy that we threw. I was like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? But at the end of the day, I was like, never worried. I didn't. It's weird. It's like a weird vibe. I felt pretty confident all game, even after the interceptions. So there you go. Do I think Purdy hurt his toe today? No, he said he didn't. He said he's fine. He just played like shit. Bottom line, he just played like crap in the first half. He said he's fine. It is what it is. People go through bad streaks here or there. Bring back Chip Kelly. Stop it. If we had a pass rush, this defense would have been scary. I'm telling you, we should have made a move at the half, at the trade deadline, but they didn't want to do it. Maury turned off his Instagram comments. What a softy, bro. He's so softy. A 49, we can't go into the playoffs with Purdy playing that way. Yes, agree. Clean that shit up, man. You got a couple weeks to clean that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Who we calling tonight? You know what? Game ball, I'm calling him. I'm calling my boy. I got 2 game balls. I mean, you got to have a defensive. I mean, listen. Bro, legacy game. You know what? I owe you an apology. Niner fans owe you an apology tonight. I owe you so much. Jair Brown, Tig. I'm going to call you Tig because that's you, bro. You hit him. 2 interceptions, 5 tackles, bro. Locked down. The interception in the end zone. Bro, oh my God. You had Bryce Young rattled tonight. Yo, shout out Jair Brown. You did great tonight. Keep it up. Listen, man, I got a lot of respect. Listen, you lost your job. You came back. And you got your job back, bro. That's respect. And he balled. You've been pretty good this season. Not going to lie to you. You've been pretty good this season, Jair Brown. Have a good night. I know it's late. I know you turned. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you. Love you. Great game. Woo! Jair Brown legacy game, man. Holy smoke. We got one more call. Oh, my God. Christian, my guy. CMC. 31 touches. Bro, you tired? I know you was tired, bro. You carrying this team on the beat, putting this team on your back. Listen, legacy game against your old team. How the hell, man? You're so good, bro. How are you? Unreal. You're a god. You're a running back. You're a football guy. I am so happy that you're on the Niners. One day when I'm like 80 years old and I'm walking with the cane, I'm like, oh, man. I remember when I got the white Christian McCaffrey. That guy was so good. Dude, you're so good, bro. Nothing but love, Christian. Have a good night, man. Keep carrying this fucking team. Dog. Lead the NFL in receptions. Dog. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. I got a call. Hold up. Trayvon, you softy. Boy was talking trash and you had to hit him in the nuts. You don't hit a grown-ass man in the nuts because he was talking trash. No amount of trash talk should make you hit a man in the nuts. Listen, I need you to do a couple things. I need you to lose this number. I need you to block my number because I don't ever want to hear from you. I don't ever want to talk to you. Listen, man, Juwan Jennings, next time you guys play, he's going to hit you in the lip. You're lucky. You're lucky he didn't crash out on you. You would have been done. You would have been a dead man walking. Have a bad night. Have a worse night. You're probably having a bad night. Have a worse night. A bad night to you. Have a horrible week, baby. Let's go. Juwan Jennings put you in your place. Unbelievable. Trevon Maury, what a dog trash player. Oh, my God. You know what? I got to call one more person. My boy, Matt Gay in the Bay. Listen, man, you had some really nice kicks tonight. I was surprised. I was scared that you were going to miss kicks. And people would have, memed you up today. They would have used your name as a meme, and you don't want that. So shout out to you. You made your kicks. I was very impressed. So Matt Gay, thank you for coming in and holding it down for Eddie Pinheiro till he could come back. But I'm pretty sure he'll be back next week. Take care. Thank you. Thank you for your services, Matt Gay. Love you. Hey. Matt Gay, baby. Shout out to Gay, man. That dude was clutch. We needed those. Call BA. BA? I ain't calling him. Do I think BA is going to play this season? No, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Gay area. Oh man. Anyways, good game, good dub. Love the team. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. That was a fun win tonight. That was a crazy win. That was a crazy win. It was a crazy win. Crazy win. Yeah, BA's gonna he ain't gonna answer my phone. Love seeing Roger Craig. That was cool, bro. When I saw Roger Craig and Christian McCaffrey before, bro, that was so cool, man. That was so cool. That was super cool. Bosa was up there, baby. Bosa was drinking. I love Nick Bosa, man. Looking forward to the Yatur Gross Mottos return. That'd be. Oh man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a blessed night. I love ya. Go Niners. Yeah. Have a good one, man. I might come back live on Instagram. We got